Just like physical meetings, it's really important that digital meetings are connected to narrative and perhaps even more so in the digital environment. How does this meeting tie into the larger project that you're working on? And how does that project tie into the larger strategy of your organization? Remote work really increases the importance of that explicit tie-in because what's clear to you might not be clear to everyone else. So define your agenda. Articulate in a sentence, what is the purpose of this meeting? Build an agenda that reflects that purpose, time block it, circulate it in advance, and then use your digital platform to have that agenda visible during the meeting. Some of the best digital meetings I've been a part of have had that agenda visible on a screen share for the first 5 minutes as people are joining in. The meeting organizer then does a quick check, have I captured the right agenda items? Do we need to add anything? And then the meeting starts. One of the great advantages of digital meetings is the ability to record action items in real time. You can have a shared Google Doc that someone is populating with notes from the meeting and action items in real time, which you can then quickly screen share at the end of your meeting to get alignment on all of the actions and to-dos from the meeting, and then continue forward. And it's such an incredible strength of the medium because if you reserve those 5 minutes at the end, you can almost guarantee that you have alignment in whatever you're going to be doing next. Make sure you take advantage of the medium of digital. The goal should not be to replicate a physical meeting on a digital platform, but instead to really think about the ways in which digital can help you out. So, for example, you can multitask speech and text. What that means practically is that folks in the meeting can be texting you on their phone or via the meeting chat to give you real-time feedback on how things are going and where you could be improving. You're also able to use, great visuals that really are eye-catching. You can include video. You can include interactive elements as well. Another huge advantage of digital is the ability to do rapid breakouts. So in a physical meeting, you can't just divide the room in two and go into two separate meeting rooms. You've got to book those rooms. They might not be available. People have to move. People have to come back. But in a digital meeting, you can drop people into breakout rooms in under 10 seconds, have them time limited to a 5-minute discussion, and then pull them back into the full meeting room. And so there's this incredible flexibility to digital as a medium that can be really effective.
So, you come to your decision point. Is the video conference the appropriate choice? Is it in fact a value add, or is it a novelty experience? Is a telephone conference call actually insufficient for your needs? If it isn't, then maybe that's the way to go. Over the longer term, is Zoom or Meet or FaceTime or any of the other platforms, is that the best channel for your organization? Probably now you've got some flexibility, but over the longer term, and with the development of technologies, 6 months down the road, you may be looking at an application that doesn't even exist yet. So you kind of have to follow along with the evolution of the technologies. I haven't even talked about security. I mean, you saw what was happening with Zoom. They were getting intrusions from all sorts of strange places, people with evil intent. Zoom was really scrambling to catch up on the security front. Anyways, if those are all the things that you've considered, and if you've decided that in fact a teleconference is a valuable thing and is consistent with your desired outcomes of your meeting or meetings, then you can go on to the next stage. And at this point, then I think I will throw it over to Raj, and he'll have a couple of comments about how the technical side works.
So I'm going to talk about composition and creation. So setup is the first thing. I'm going to talk about lighting, camera position, audio, some additional tips, and then talk about testing. Here's an example of using natural light and artificial light. Artificial light casts a lot of shadows. It can look like that, telling stories by the campfire with the flashlight underneath your chin, which isn't as nice as just sort of even lighting from a window. or again, lighting your face, but not too much light. Going back to the ghost stories thing again, you don't want to look like this guy. Too much light. You just want enough light so people can see your face and your eyes. And again, say no to backlighting. This is something I see a lot. People sitting in front of a window or a really bright wall, and you can either see right at the window or whatever, but you can't see their face.